Hello students, good morning. I hope we're doing well this morning. And I want to welcome you to another early Saturday morning PEP class where we are going to explore some maths, some performance tasks in preparation for our performance task exam to happen next year. Now, I know, yes, it is our holiday break. It is also my holiday break, and I tell you, I would have definitely loved to not have this, but I know, yes, I have to be here to help my students prepare for their PEP exam. Now, of course, I really appreciate you being here. I just want to know that you will be doing your best and you're actually doing your practice on your own. All right, so as we begin, I want to share in the chat the school you're from so that we know where you're joining from. Go ahead in the chat and tell us the school you're tuning in from. All right, so for persons who are very new, here, let me tell you a little about performance tasks. So performance tasks are basically some real life stories in which we'll do maths, real life experiences, real life situations. For example, if it is that you were going to prepare a meal, the different things you need to do so that your meal will have, that nice boom taste, and so that your meal is successfully prepared. If you're going to start a business, if you're going to bake something, if you're going to clean up your classroom, anything you're going to do, it can be a performance task. Once at the end, your intention is to create a product. Now, with this performance task that we're doing today, it is called the cafe. And tell me, what do you think the cafe is about? When you hear about cafe, what comes to mind? What do you think a cafe is for? When you hear of cafe, you know, what do you think a cafe is? Let me see you guys share in the chat. Yes, all grades can be here, but especially the grades who are sitting PEP. Go ahead. All right. So Carissa Burrows says coffee. Detectives Derp says coffee shop. Ultimate Bros, a place where food is sold. Serve people. All right. Very good. Now I see persons here, place where they sell coffee and pastries. All right, welcome, Amin. All right, so yes, definitely, you guys are so correct. It's a place where you can get food, but not just every food. Like a cafe is a place where you're served hot beverages and sometimes cold beverages, but like hot beverages like hot chocolate, coffee, Milo, those kind of a thing. And in most cafes, you can get pastries like a croissant, you can get donuts, you can get muffins, pancakes, cakes, whatever. You can get all these things in a cafe. All right. So Chilled Koala says, I think it's establishment where light drinks and meals are sold. We're all definitely correct here. All right, so in this performance task about the cafe, we will be exploring some math concepts. So we'll be looking at volume. So our sixth graders should know something about volume. But if you don't know yet, if you have not learned about volume yet, we will be doing some exploration here today in this performance task. We have volume, we have capacity, metric conversion, area, money. So we are going to be looking at all these concepts as we explore this performance task. Now, ensure you have your pencils, ensure you have your papers, erasers, rulers, whatever you need, and let's get started. All right, so it's getting deeper into the winter season, and your mother is opening a cafe. So, yes, you know what a cafe is. There are some things she needs to help her with. She needs you to help her with. So now mother plans to serve a hot chocolate and pastry. The spot she rented can only hold a limited amount of persons at a time, and so she needs to decide the number of tables and chairs that can hold in the space. She needs to know how many tables and chairs she needs. All right, so as we go on, I want you to take screenshots. Yes, C plays role, volume deals with liquid as well as capacity. Great. I want you to take screenshots of the different parts of the task because there are some important points that you will need to always go back to, or some part where you need to go and get some more information that was already shared with you before that you'll need to answer questions to come. And that is exactly what a performance task does. It gives you information here and there, and you need to use all these information to answer various questions. Go ahead, take your screenshot, and of course, you can go ahead and you can start writing this down. For the persons who are just joining, we are at the first slide, and if you quickly take a screenshot here, you will have all the information you need. But if not, you can always go back at the end of the video. You can always go back and you can watch this again. It will always be available on my YouTube channel. All right, so mother going to sell some hot chocolate and pastry. That's basically what mother will be serving at the cafe. And she rented the spot. It cannot hold a whole heap of people, but it can hold some people. But she need to know how many tables and how many chairs can hold here. Now, the seating area has a size of 7 meters by 6 meters. And the size tables that she has are 100 centimeter by 100 centimeter. So how many tables can hold if they are all to be 1 meters apart? That is your first task. The seating area is 7 meters by 6 meters. So, she has the whole cafe, but the part where everybody going to sit and drink them coffee and drink them hot chocolate and eat them pastry, yes, it is 7 meters by 6 meters. The size tables she has are 100 centimeters by 100 centimeters. How many tables can hold if they are to all be 1 meters apart? Now hold on a little. I'm going to share with you a link that you can go ahead and do your exploration on. All right, so let's go here. And I'm going to share this link with you in the chat. You can definitely use this link to do your exploration. So there you go in the chat. You can use that link to do your exploration. So it's a geoboard. And of course, you can use the Area Perimeter Explorer, whichever one, but the link will show you whichever one you can use. All right. So remember now, given that you're using this link, you will need to, use lines. Let me show you how we can do that. We can just tap on one of these points. We can count the dimensions. So I'm going to use this across here as 1 meter. So I'm going to be 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters, 5 meters, 6 meters, 7 meters, and then I tap. You ensure you tap at each corner. All right, so that ensures that you're making a new straight line. So now, since it's 7 meters by 6 meters, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meters, and I tap here. And you can see that the space I'll need to work on is already being shaded. I'll go across here, and it's obvious that this seating area is a rectangular space, given that the dimensions are 7 meters by 6 centimeters. So go ahead and work on yours here. Go ahead and work on yours here. And after doing this and you have your space, you can go ahead and you can select a color that you can use to identify your seating. So how you can do that is you already have the area. You can go ahead and just click on a new color and you can do the same thing here. So I'm going to click here go across, tap at the corners, and I'm going to just be creating seating areas like this. So I've already showed where one table should be. Now note that if this is the corner and the table is right exactly at the corner, I mean, can a chair hold here or whatever? But go ahead and create your space. All right, so while you work on that task, I'm going to go back to the question for the persons who are just joining in. This is the question that we are working on. We are using that app or that virtual manipulative to explore and to find out how many tables and how many tables can hold in this seating area if it is 7 meters by 6 meters. Also, it tells us that the size of the tables are 100 centimeter by 100 centimeter. So use that information and go ahead and tell me, how many do you think? I want to see the answers in the chat. But guys, remember, I like your answers in a sentence, because if it's not in a sentence, I mean, persons won't know what you're answering to. And in your exam, if you just have numbers put down here, there, and everywhere, nobody will know what you're answering to. And so it is best if you write, the seating area can hold 5 tables. That's an example. Write a sentence with your answer so we know. All right. So welcome again, everyone. All right. All right. So now that you're working on this, I would certainly like to see what your work is. So again, I'm going to, after doing all of that, I will be sharing a classroom or a classroom space that you can come on and you can display your work. So we're going to be using this one. Let me copy this URL and I'm going to share it with you in the chat. And as soon as you have explored your your Geoboard activity and you have organized it so I can see where the different tables will be, you can take a screenshot and you can upload it on this whiteboard FI screen that I shared with you in the chat. I will continue to share it so that for the persons who are just joining, they will see that. All right, welcome from Independence City Primary. Welcome, guys. All right, so I'm still looking for some answers here in the chat. All right. All right. So come on, let's go ahead. Let's get into this. How many tables can I hold here? I have my dimensions 7 meters by 6 meters. What I'm doing is that between each of these black dots for me represents 1 meter. All right. So Zadriana Garrick is asking if it's 16. So let us see. I'm waiting for some more answers, Zadriana. All right. Naomi says the seating area can hold 7 to 6 tables. All right. Let me wait for some more answers. For Saniel Wilson says 42 tables can be held there. Now, I want us to remember that I want you to remember that the tables cannot be close beside each other. They can't be packed beside each other. And so, of course, we cannot say 7 multiplied by 6 giving us 42. Certainly not. We have to first ensure that we are modeling this, because the table should be 1 meters apart all around. So you can go ahead, you use the link. Okay, persons are not seeing the link. I'm going to share the link again right there in the chat. That's the link you can use to explore this. All right, so far I'm definitely seeing some answers. 36 tables, 12 tables, 13 tables. Okay, 9 tables. I'm seeing many answers here. And at this point, I will start to share. I will start to share uh, the answers here. I see 21 tables, 11, 12. Good, very good. I like to see persons trying. Whether you're correct or not, I love to see you trying. Now here we have 7, and I'm going to just annotate here so I can easily label the different parts. So up here I have 7 meters, and at the side here I have 6 meters. So remember that the space between these are the same. So now that I have actually established that the dimensions of the space, I have already put in one table. So if it's 1 meter, we need to see, and the table is 100 centimeter by 100 centimeter. What would that dimension be in meters? Like how wide would the table be, and how long would the table be in meters? Go ahead and tell me. What do you think? Because remember now, this space is arranged in meters. It's 7 meters by 6 meters, but it tells us that the table is 100 centimeters by 100 centimeters. So if that is the case, do we need to either do what? We need to either convert 7 meters to centimeters, or we need to convert that of the unit of the table to meters. So tell me, what do you think? Which one do you think we can do? We can do either, right? So tell me then, if it is that the table is 100 centimeters by 100 centimeters, go to Zediola M. 1 meter by 1 meter. Very good. So it means then we need 1 meter by 1 meter for the table. So we already have one table. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to click on the block, and I'm going to click on a dot here, and I'm going to remember that we top this at every corner, and I'm going to start by putting in other tables. So look at this space in between. It is 1 meter apart. That is what the description says. 1 meter apart. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create more. And you can do the same on yours. I'm going to create more. All right. And as I'm doing it, and as you are doing it, go ahead and start telling us how many. There are our dash tables can hold in the seating area, or however you want to put your sentence, but give us the answer in a sentence. I see a lot of 17s right there. Let us continue here to prove whether or not it's 17. So far you realize that even between these here, they are 1 meter apart. 1 meter apart. And it's being 1 meters apart, it means that some chairs can hold in the little space there. All right. Let us see. See, person saying 12, person saying 17. Let's see. All right. And basically, this is the last table that can hold. Last table that can hold. We can't have a table here simply because this is not a part of the seating area. So there we'll have this space here. So this space can either be the part close to the counter or whatever it is. So here we have completed arranging tables in the seating area. And as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 tables can hold in the seating area. Not 12 meters. I see person saying 12 meters in the chat. 12 tables can hold in the seating area. Yes, I see you're all excited, and of course, you are sharing your answers. Yes, you are so very correct. 12. 12 can hold. We cannot hold 17. We can't hold 46. We can't hold 42, nor 27. 12 tables can hold. So I hope you're understanding here. If you got what we're doing here and you're able to now organize to show your tables in the seating area, give us a thumbs up in the chat. All right. All right. So far I see persons here, and of course persons were exploring. I'm not really seeing anyone. Uh, I'm not seeing anyone with their work here so far. However, that's fine. We just explored it on the screen, so you all should have an understanding of how to arrange your tables here. Let us move on to our next question. Brilliant, guys. All right. Okay, let me go ahead and clear screen. All right, so now it says now, organize the restaurant with 3 or 4 chairs around each table based on where the table is placed. Now remember, initially I was pointing out that some tables you can't have 4 chairs around it. Even though it is a square table, you won't be able to fit 4 chairs around it. With that little information, that little hint, can you tell me then how many chairs can hold based on the arrangement that you have? How many chairs can hold? Go ahead and do your calculation. How many chairs can hold? I'm looking out for your answers in the chat. Now remember, I had used the manipulative to show my seating arrangement. What about you? Have you been doing that? How many chairs can hold? All right, I see persons writing some numbers here. I see Octavia Wynn say 24 chairs. I don't know what the others are answering to. 38. Lisa Grant Francis says 38 chairs can hold. Okay, now Saniel, remember we say that 4 chairs cannot hold around each table. Not all table will have 4 chairs. So with that in mind, let us look. Remember, you have to use your arrangement. If you're not looking at your arrangement, then it is quite possible that you won't do a correct calculation. So of course, while you're doing all of that, I will also be arranging here, but I'll give you some more minutes. I see Devashia James say 48 chairs. I see person saying 38 chairs. All right. Okay, 20. DM React say 4 chairs. Okay. James say 38 chairs. All right, all right, all right. So I see persons having their different responses. Focus on what we're doing here. If it's the link you want from this, I will send this back in the chat for you. So focus on this question here. And I have sent the link back in the chat. Okay. All right. So now that we have all of that going on for us here, I will go ahead and I will start to organize to show where chairs can hold. So at this table, obviously this side is to the wall and this side is to the wall, and so I'm going to put one here for a chair, another here for a chair. On this first table, this table here in the corner, only 2 chairs can hold. This one, I'll put a chair here, One of the side of the table is pushed up to the wall, and so only three chairs can hold here. And if you continue this, you should be able to tell me the number of chairs that will be used in this cafe. Go ahead. I will not complete this for you. You go ahead and you determine how many chairs can hold. Put your answer in a sentence in the chat, guys. Not just 38, not just 42, not just 7, like 7 chairs. Patricia, we have 12 tables and only 7 chairs can hold. Come on, come on. Let us look at our model and then we can determine that. Okay, I'm seeing lots of numbers for chairs here, but I'm certainly not seeing persons don't seem to be doing their models, man. I don't see like you're using your models. All right. Ashri says 39 chairs, and Dante Bryan says 39 chairs. Haneke Swaby, 38 chairs. Sheriel, 38 chairs. Wow. Kayla Rose says 38 chairs. I'm going to continue to put chairs wherever there's a spot on the tables here, and then we can count them together. So, okay, I have placed the last chair around tables here, and now we are going to count them. All right, so let me use this here. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Wow. I am here convinced that I might have done some miscalculations because I'm seeing a lot of different numbers here in the chat. But yes, we have counted 38 chairs. 38 chairs can hold here. Very good. Very good. And for the persons who have not yet gotten it, go ahead, you have to use your model. If you don't use your model, like it might be very difficult for you to determine how many chairs can hold. All right. And of course, mother wants the maximum tables and chairs in her cafe. So let's go back to the questions here. Very good. All right. All right. Okay. So yes, I have a little pointer right here. I will be hosting private Zoom classes for PEP 6 for 2 weeks. Next week and the week after in the mornings. What is private Zoom session? Not everyone will be there. Okay, if you're interested or your parent is interested, they send me a WhatsApp message right here with the information. All right, let us move to the next question. Now, mother needs to make an order of mugs and plates. Of course, all cafes, all restaurants needs cups, mugs, plates, forks, spoon, knives, all these things. So mother needs to make an order for mugs and for plates. She wants to order double the amount based on one seating and 4 times the amount for takeouts. Now she will use foam cups for takeouts. So can you tell me how many cups and plates are needed? So you're going to tell me your answers here in I understand. I understand. No, I don't have a moderator to monitor the chat, but I'm leaving it up to each student to be responsible enough to to be attentive, and if they wish to learn and understand these kind of things, they will share accordingly. For the others, it's really up to them, and I have no intention of trying to even control what they post either. So, you know, it's like that. All right, and that is also one of the reasons why not everyone is invited to my Zoom classes too. So thank you so much for pointing that out. All right, all right, all right. So with this information here, how many cups and how many plates are needed? All right, so she wants to order double the amount based on one seating. How many persons can be there in one seating? Go ahead. How many persons can be there in one seating? I want a sentence. Dash persons can be there in one seating. How many persons can be there in one seating? And if we know that, then perhaps you can tell me how many cups or many mugs she'll need to order for that amount. So it says she wants to order double the amount based on one seating. How many mugs will she order here? Because when she's doing takeouts, she's using foam cups instead. Do you know what takeout really means? If you know what takeout means, go ahead and share it in the chat. So for the others who don't know, we can we can share our answers. All right. So for the persons, one seating, how many mugs are needed? And if she wants to double that, how many mugs does she need to buy for just that? All right. So see, Haneke, she will order 24 mugs. How did you get that she'll order 24 mugs? Jada and Jay says 38 persons can be in one seating. Very good. So how many mugs will she need to buy? Kiki Johnson says 76 mugs. Can you go ahead and explain in the chat though? Can you explain in the chat how did you get 76 mugs, Kiki? How did you get? Okay, so Zediola M says takeout is when you order food or drinks to go. Brilliant. IKU Francis says is when someone takes the food to their home to eat. Very good. Let me see right here. Macon pen into two pen. I don't even know what this means. It's like where you go, like if you want Chipotle, you can get it there. Okay. All right. Lisa says, takeout says when it means someone can take their food elsewhere. And you guys are correct. Yes. Takeout means you can buy your food now. You don't have to sit and eat. You bring it away. So Chills Koala says takeout is food that is cooked and sold in a restaurant or store to be eaten elsewhere. Good, very good. You do takeouts because you order. Sometimes you go to restaurants, like when you go to KFC and you buy your meal, you don't eat it there. It's like you're ordering a takeout. You go somewhere, you order at a restaurant, and so on. All right, so yes, I wanted to ask how many mugs were needed and how do you know? I see lots of persons. Okay, I see Shav Murray saying 38 plus 38 equals 76. But come on, I'd like to see some words in your explanations. All right. I see Asheen Hilton saying 76 mugs. Can you tell us how you got that? Zadriana Garrick says 76 mugs since you will multiply the amount of seats 38 times 38. So really, Zadriana, you're not multiplying 38 by 38. You're either adding 38 plus 38 or you're multiplying 38 by 2. All right. Lisa Grant says, Francis says 38 plus 38 equals 73. All right. Check your calculations there, my dear. 2, 8, 16. 3 cannot be in your ones place. Or 38 times 2 is equal to, yes, your calculation, your procedure is good. However, your final answer. All right. Antoinette says 38 times 2 is 36 mugs and plates 38 times 4 equal 152 foam cups. All right, very good, guys. Very good. I see that we're all following and we're sharing. Nice. So, yes, it said that she wants to double the order of one seating. We know one seating is 38. And so it means then, therefore, she needs to multiply that 38 by 2 to get to double the amount. So 38 times 2, 2 times 8, 16, 6 ones, 110. We have that 110 to this 3, so 2 times 3, 6, and 110, 7. So 76 mugs. Very good. Now it also said that she'll order 4 times the amount for takeout. So what will she need to do here? What calculations will she need to make? Of course, when you do your calculations, I will get to see your final answer. What calculations will she make here for the foam cups? King, so nice. Look at your calculation, 38 plus 38. How will she figure out how many foam cups to buy? I had seen one person's answer. Member public says 4 times 38 equal 152, so she will need 152 foam cups. Very good. Let me see for the others. So Cassandra said there should be 4 mugs because there are 1 seat. I don't understand that, Cassandra. So we're looking. I see persons. Okay, Jake One Wisdom say multiply 38 by 4. Welcome, Jake One. And Damali says 36. Damali, you know I like my explanation, Damali. Go ahead and you explain how you got your 76. So yes, in order to get to this to decide or to determine how many foam cups, as Kevani Samuel said, 38 multiplied by 4 is equal to 152. Yes, one seating has 38 people. 38 chairs mean 38 people can sit, and it says 4 times the amount for takeouts. So we're going to multiply this by 4. And of course, this is just for one day, maybe, or one time because she's buying this. She's just starting the business. She has no idea how this business is going to turn out. So she's making sure she starts small. All right, so 4 times 8 gives us 32, which is 2 ones and 3 tens. 4 times 3 tens is 12 tens plus 3 tens is 100 is 15, which is 152 foam cups. So we have 152 foam cups. I'm just going to write 152 foam right here. All right. Yes, definitely. So for the persons who shared this, you are so right. And of course, I see persons saying, of course, you can add 38 plus 38 plus 38 plus 38. All right. So yes, okay, very good, boys and girls. I hear persons say that they're working out on the whiteboard. I'm gonna go over there to look because the intention of using the whiteboard is because I need to see what you guys are all doing. All right, so let me see what's happening here. Let me scroll down, find the students' work. All right, all right, all right. Joshua Smith has some working out here. But Joshua, remember we worked this out. Did you make your correction here? And boys and girls, after doing your work here, you can always just download this to your device so you have your workout and you can always write it down in your book at a later date. I see Maxwell right here. You guys are seeing my screen. This is Z what D2 Maxwell. I won't try to call your fancy first name Maxwell. This is Maxwell's calculation. However, Maxwell, you need to now write your answer here. 76 mugs. And if you multiply 38 by 4, look at my calculation right here. Look at and look at where you made your mistake. All right. So yes, I see where you have the procedure in mind, but check your final answer. All right. So there we go. I will send this link back in the chat so other persons can show their work here. I really like seeing your workout, guys. I really like to see your process. How did you come up with your answer? So you can do your calculations there as well as in your book, or you can choose wherever. If you did it in your book, you can always take a picture and you can still upload it to Whiteboard FI. All right. All right, so the question wasn't finished. The question also said, all right, let me see. She talked about plates. So I guess the amount of plates and the amount of cups and the amount of mugs will be the same. All right, so let's go back to our question here. Very good, boys. Very good, girls. Very good, everyone. All right. All right, so I hope you all have seen that link for the Whiteboardify. And we're going to go to the next question. I hope we're understanding so far. We're now calculating the mugs and the plates. And if you were actually just joining, you would have missed out some part from the beginning. We have done some calculations in the beginning that would have helped you to answer here. So it's very important that when I'm doing a performance task live, it's very important you join on time, because if you don't join on time, you're going to miss out the things that we did before. And remember, in a performance task, all the parts are related. All right. Just click on the link, guys. Just click on the link. When you click on the link, you will be able to join the whiteboard that I just displayed, where you can see everyone's work. All right. So now this is, let me erase the screen. This is another question that we're moving on to. This question says, Mother bakes very well and will make the donuts, cheesecakes, and chocolate cakes. She will also make muffins. She is trying to decide which boxes will hold 6 donuts if the diameter of one donut is 9 centimeters. Now, this is where I need persons to be sharing their answers in the classroom I just shared the link for. Now the question here is, which of the box will hold perfectly? Now it says here we have to look at the information, so if you have to go ahead and you have to do a screenshot, then quite fine, no problem. It says here, Mother bakes very well and will make the donuts, the cheesecakes, the chocolate cakes, because she's going to serve this at her cafe. She will also make muffins. She's trying to decide which of these 3 boxes here, which of these 3 boxes she will use, which of them can hold the donuts if the diameter of one donut is 9 centimeter. And we want to know which box will hold the donuts perfectly, because she's not interested in wasting any material here. She's trying her best to ensure that she's being very economical. Now let me go back to where we are. I'm going to just upload the question so we can work on whiteboard, and I want to see everyone's work. So I am going to upload the picture here. All right. So we can work from it right here. I need to see your workout. Okay, so this picture might need to come a little smaller. All right. So I need to see your workout. If you come on Whiteboardify, you are able to do your calculations right here, and I can see how you're working this out. Now, this is definitely something that volume is a concept that some of you might have not seen before. So we are going to talk about volume. Can anyone tell us, how do we calculate the volume of a cube, a cuboid, or anything? How do we calculate the volume of a cube or a cuboid? Go ahead in the chat, show us the formula. Tell us of the formula that we will use. I see persons selecting a box and so on, but I don't want us to just select a box because I'm not even seeing any explanation for these things. So I want you to tell me, how can we calculate the volume of a cube or cuboid? Now when we think about volume, beginning someone had mentioned what volume is. So maybe again, we for persons who are just joining, can you share in the chat too? What is volume? When we talk about volume, what are we talking about? I see person same times three, but I don't know what that is. Box A, B, C, Miss. Okay, box A. Tell me. Okay, member public says length times width times height. All right. Let me see. Let me see what other persons think. Shamara says length. Volume is the depth of a shape. Well, not a shape. When we talk about volume, we're not talking about shapes anymore. We're talking about solids. So you can say the depth of a solid. Jashane's world say volume is length times width times height. Okay. All right. Let me see what's happening here. All right. And definitely. So I also see Grace Thomas saying length times width times height. You're so correct. Volume is talking about the length times the width times the height. Now I'm going to point out those dimensions for you here. And we can call the dimensions any one of those. The dimensions we can call this one the height. It doesn't matter because dimensions are just dimensions. Once we're going to do our calculation and we know the formula, we're good. So right here with the blue line, we can call this the height. That is one dimension. I'm going to use a red line to identify another dimension of the box. This is another dimension of the box. So we have one from the base of the box to the top. We have one on one side, one length of the box here. And then this other long length here, I'm going to use another color to identify, for us to identify that. Don't mind my lines not being straight. I just want you to understand when we talk about volume, we're talking about these three dimensions. So yes, we're talking about these three dimensions. We have this one where the blue line is identifying, the one where the red line is identifying, and the one where the green line is identifying. So we know if it's saying to us that she wants to fit donuts in the box. She wants to fit donuts in the box, but the diameter of one donut is 9 centimeter. Diameter. That's something that we need to think about too. What is the diameter? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try my best to draw a donut here. And I want you to tell me what is the diameter? What is the diameter? All right. What is the diameter? When we talk about diameter, what are we talking about? This is the donut. When we talk about diameter, what are we talking about? All right. So we're moving on to talking about the diameter. And it's good for us to establish these things right here because even the next question will take in these things. I see persons trying to answer the question so far, but we need to discuss it first. Diameter, not diagram, diameter. When we talk about diameter, okay, so C plays broad, so diameter is half of the donut. But that is not quite accurate. I know what you're saying, but that is not quite accurate. Diameter is not half of the donut, but the diameter is what? I see persons saying length, but the length of the donut, All right. Ashani says the diameter is the measurement of a straight cut in the middle. All right. All right. Now I can work with that, Ashani. Borrow. So let us use a line here because when we talk about diameter, we're talking about cutting something halfway and it has to go through the center. Now, when we talk about diameter, it's one of the concepts that we explore when we're talking about circle. So diameter is found in circles. And since a donut is practically like a circle, we can find the diameter. So now every circle has a center. And before I go there, I need to ensure I point out the center of this circle. So this might not be accurate because center is not easily pointed out like that. You kind of have to just know using calculations and so on. So where this red dot is right here, let us call that the center of the circle or the center of the donut. Now, if we're talking about the diameter, it's that line that when we draw it from one's end, it goes through the center and it exits on the other end. So it cuts the donut in half. The diameter is not half of the circle or half the donut, but it's the line that cuts the circle or cuts the donut in half. Then it means then that from one end to here, and I should perhaps do this exact because we will be using that concept of the diameter to solve what we're doing here. So I'm going to start right at the edge of the donut, which is basically called the circumference, go through and I'll end right here. So this here will represent the diameter right there. That will represent the diameter. Now, remember now, all the donuts will have this. All the donuts are circles. Okay, so I see persons still saying the size of the donut. All right, so perhaps you're not with you're not doing live. Your live is not very precise, so you're not seeing what we're doing as we're doing it. All right, so yes, this diameter is the line that cuts this circle in half. It goes halfway across the circle and it must go through the center point. With that said, so if it is that we 6 donuts will hold in this box, we have to know how we're going to arrange those 6 donuts. If we're going to have 6 donuts going this way, or are we going to use it? Because as you can see, these boxes are what solid. What solid are these boxes in? Okay, don't worry. You have not done diameter, so that's the reason I am actually touching diameter here for you. Thank you, Trudy and Edwards. So what is this solid called? Look at all these boxes. What is the name of this solid? She's going to arrange, she's going to arrange the donuts in these boxes. What is the name of these solids? Okay, prisms I see. Remember public says say prisms, but these solids here have a special name. All right, Latoya Williams says cube and cuboid. Yes, they are prisms, rectangular prisms. Yes, as Zediola said, cuboid or rectangular prism. They are prisms, but their special name is cuboids. And well, these are all cuboids because if they were cubes, then you'll realize that all the dimensions would be the same. But as you can see, they're not. Okay, so we're looking at these cuboids here, these boxes. So we can arrange the donuts in different ways. Go ahead and I'm going to go down further and I want to see the way you have arranged your donuts in the boxes below. Go ahead, I want to see how you arrange the donuts in the boxes. You're going to do it right here on whiteboard FI. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look on what you're doing. All right, I'm not seeing any of that so far. Go ahead and tell me, show how can you arrange the donuts in boxes? I'm going to share this link again for the persons who are just joining so that everyone is able to come and share. So go ahead and click on the link in the chat. It will take you to this page and you can work and I can see what you're doing as you work. All right, so I'm looking so far and I'm not really seeing anyone organizing. So while you organize, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to organize too. If you want a clean page from where you are, just click on the plus sign on your page and it will give you a clean page. You'll click on it and we'll start working on that new page. So because this is cube, we're talking about a cuboid. All right, so Shanae Reed, they're not cubes and cuboids, they're actually only cuboids because cubes have the same length, the dimensions are all the same. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use, say, a rectangle to represent my box. I'm going to use a rectangle to represent my box. And I can use a circle to show my donuts in my box. So you can go ahead and you can do the same. However you want to arrange your donuts. However you want to arrange your donuts. I want to see your modeling. Need to see you model what we're doing here. This is just me organizing my donuts. Of course, they are not very accurate, but try your best to make yours accurate-ish, or to ensure that we understand what you have drawn. I'm going to come down and I'm going to be looking at yours. So I'm just organizing my donuts, and of course these donuts are really big and touching each other in mine. Not because I have them all like this. I just need to see how you're arranging your donuts. So let me go ahead and look at what you guys are doing. I don't see anyone arranging their donuts. I don't see anyone arranging their donuts here. So I suppose we're not arranging donuts. I have sent the link in the chat. All right, so okay, so I'm not seeing anyone arranging their donuts here. Well, that means then I will have to arrange the donuts myself. So I'm arranging the donuts like this. They are certainly not the same size, but it is my intention to make them all the same size. And I want to arrange them like this. I want to arrange 2 this direction and 3 this direction. If I arrange them 2 this direction and 3 this direction, and the diameter, which is from right here to right here, is 9 centimeters, and say the other donut is etched up beside this one and it's also 9, and the other one is etched up beside and it's also 9, what dimension, how long will this box be? And if I do it right here, how long will this box be? So let us go back to the question, because I'm really not seeing anyone drawing their boxes of donuts and stuff, so I don't have any example to show anyone. So I will go back based on my example and we can have our discussion from here. So we have all of these boxes here. All right. We have all of these boxes here and we have the dimensions for them. So this box has a 9 centimeter and a 27 centimeter. Now, since I want to arrange my donuts the way you just saw me did it, I want to put 1 donut here, 1 donut here, and then I put 3 going down. So let me just use this and see if I can put my donuts in. I want to put 1 here, 1 here, and they're all going to be close, touching each other really, and so on. I want to arrange my donuts so they're all touching each other and no space is being wasted in all my boxes. Which one is the best box? Now if I look in box A, If I look in box A, I would see 9 centimeters coming across, but this is only one donut, right? Only one donut can hold if this is only 9 centimeters across, and it's just going to be very tight, because if it's 9 centimeters, when we drop that down, it's only one donut that can hold here. And if we go down here, it means that this would be, say, 9 centimeters plus 9 centimeters was 9 centimeters, which would have given us 27 centimeters. So this box here can only hold 3 donuts. I hope we're all following. This box here can hold 3 donuts, because if we have 9 here and we can hold only 3 can go this direction. All right, so I see person saying box A, but have you done your calculation? Have you done your modeling? Are you seeing where 3 donuts only can hold in box A? Are we all seeing where only 3 donuts can hold in box A? Okay. Okay. All right. So I am not seeing where persons are saying the donuts would be able to fit in box C. All right. All right. So we are looking at one box at a time. This box A here, it is showing us. I think I should just draw them with a block. It is showing us if this is 9 centimeters and the diameter, and if you're just joining, guys, you just will not really understand, because you have missed out where we have talked about what the diameter is and so on. However, in this box it says 9 centimeter. That means this box here, so can only hold one donut right here, so, and it can hold only one donuts going down, one donuts going down. For this one, it says 27 centimeters at this side. That means going down, how many donuts can hold? If we divide 27 by 9, we can get 3. So only 3 donuts can hold. So basically, we're going to have 1 donut, 2 donuts, 3 donuts holding in this box. That is what will happen here. Let us look at box B. This is 28 centimeters by 19 centimeters. All right, let me see. If it is that we have 28 centimeters here, how many donuts with that 9 centimeter diameter can hold? 28 divided by 9 goes 3 times. 28 divided by 9 goes 3 times, and we have like a 1 centimeter in between, because the donuts will be so close to each other, a 1 centimeter space. Let us see if that will be enough. Now, so we have 3 going this direction. I'll just divide this part of the box here so by 3. Now we have 19 centimeters here, so we now need to divide this dimension 19 centimeter by 9, and we'll get 2. And we have 1 centimeter again that we can use in between there. So now that we have all of this, we're going to draw our donuts. It means that going this way, we're going to have 1 donut, 2 donuts going across. So I'm going to just draw them right here. 1 donut, 2 donuts going across, and it says we're going down. And please note that these donuts are really the same sizes. All right, so we have 3 going down, and they're all touching beside each other. All right, let me just try to draw these a little better for us, so at least we can understand. All right, so this box here can hold 6 donuts, and that's what mother wants 6 donuts in each box. And if you realize, we have a 1 little centimeter space in between here so that the donuts can fit nicely. All right, let us look at box C to see if box C will make it a lot better. Now at box C, we have 30 centimeters. So let's see how many donuts can hold it on this dimension. 30 divided by 9 is 3 times and 3 remainder. So we have 3 centimeters left over. And so this can go into 3. Let me divide this up by 3 like this. We have 3 centimeters, and then we have this one 9 into 18 goes 2. So yes, we can still get 6 here, but 18 is very tight. So there is not even like a half centimeter or anything. And at the end of the day, at the side here, with the 3, we have like 3 centimeters being wasted in material right here. And so it is best and it is safe to say that box B is the best one that will hold, more perfect than the others. So this is a question where you really have to explore the different options given. So in some questions, you will have to explore the different options given and select the best one. We have done some performance tasks in the past where, yes, we have compared like stores and shopping ideas and so on. But here, which of these holds best? Let me go over to Whiteboard FI so I can see what you guys have been doing. Let me see what you guys have been doing here. All right. I thought you guys said you were doing something over here. I'm not seeing any work done. If it is that you did something, you should click on the eye and ensure that the eye is open. So if you look at my 2 eyes here, you realize that this one has a line through it because now you can't see this screen, but now I want you to see this screen here. So I ensure that I clicked on the eye and the eye has nothing going across. It is green, means that everyone can see that one. You need to ensure that you have something like that so I can see your box of donuts because I'm not seeing that here. I'm not seeing it. All right, okay. I see Abriana. She has something here. She has 28 by 19. But look at this now, Abriana. Let me click on Abriana's work. Okay. Okay, all right. I'm trying to get this one up on my screen. Let me see if I can get this showing. Okay, well, it's not coming up. I'm not sure why. All right, so basically, oh, I think it might have been deleted. Is that so, Abriana? Because I'm not seeing it and I'm unable to click on it this time. All right. All right. So I wanted to show Abriana's work where, okay, so let me look at this one. All right. So here is one from my Carl John Rollins Success. And there is a calculation here. I will go ahead and clear my drawing so I can see his. Okay, great. All right. So he's showing box B and he's showing box C and he's showing where these are closer together. These donuts are closer together and these are wider apart. So we're wasting space here. So this is a very good explanation and a very good model of what I was hoping to see from everyone. I wanted to see you students comparing to say whether this one is a better one for it or this one packs better or so on, and he points out that box B is the correct answer. All right, so I want to ensure that you guys have done your calculations as well, and I always enjoy seeing your work. I just saw one here that looked really good and then it's no longer there. All right, there is one, and this student have organized their donuts very neat. Which box is this, Maxwell? Which box is that? And then we have this one here as well. Very good. 9 plus 9, good, 18. And this is very good, Zoya Holt. I love this. This one is very good. She's showing box B and she's showing how she organized her donuts. And she's also showing her explanation here with calculations, so we can understand how she come up with 2 donuts coming across here and how she come up with 3 donuts coming across here. She showed where she had 9 plus 9 and she got 18. And then she had 9 plus 9 plus 9 and she got 27, stuff like that. Very good. All right, let me see what else we have. see what else we have. All right. All right, Joshua, it would have been nice if you put these in a box, but I'm seeing your arrangements. Go ahead and label them so we know which one is box A, box B, and so on. All right, so what I wanted to point out with Abriana's drawing here is where I see four donuts. Is it that we're saying four donuts going down here? And how did you come up with that arrangement based on the dimensions shown in the pictures that we had? That is those are the dimensions that we'll use to determine this. So if you have four donuts and the diameter of each donut is 9, it is saying then that we have it is saying, let me get a different color. It is saying then that from here to here is 9 centimeter and the other donut is 9 centimeter. And I'm thinking that these are all packed closely, 9 centimeters. So far, this is already 27. 9 plus 9, 18, plus 9, 27, plus another 9, 36. So we don't have any dimensions with this, and so this cannot be a possible answer. Four donuts cannot hold like that. All right. So think about that when you are putting together your responses. All right. All right, boys and girls. So very good. Let us move on. Very good. Okay. I see person still working. All right. Nice. Very nice. I see person still working on theirs. This classroom will be open, so I can definitely see your answers even after. All right, very good. So box B is the correct, is the will hold perfectly, and that is the correct answer. Now we're going on to this question. This question says the hot chocolate dispenser can hold 5 liters of chocolate. How many persons could get chocolate if each mug holds 200 milliliter? Now, this is a picture of a chocolate, chocolate dispenser. So I like so basically we don't really call chocolate and coffee tea. We don't call those tea, we call them hot beverage. And the hot chocolate here is a hot beverage that mother decides to sell in her cafe. So this is the hot chocolate dispenser that she has, and it can hold 5 liters of hot chocolate. Now, if that is so, how many persons could get chocolate if each mug holds 200 milliliter? How much serving of chocolate we can get from that if each mug holds 200 milliliter? I want to see your answers, and I will be going back over to the whiteboard FI to see your calculations for this. So you can calculate there and you can share your answers in the chat as well, because I'm also looking in the chat while you answer, and I'm looking over there as well in whiteboard FI. So go ahead, and I want you to tell me hot chocolate, 5 liter of hot chocolate can hold in the hot chocolate dispenser. And if it is that the mug holds 200 milliliters, how many persons could get hot chocolate? Now I want your answers. Okay, I see persons in 20 people, 40 people, and so on. Now, once you're answering here, I hope you're also calculating over there on the whiteboard so I can see your work. I'm going over there in 2 minutes. I want persons to do their calculations. So when I go, I can see different answers and how you got them. Okay. All right. So I see Ashani Burrell says 5 liter is equal to 5,000 milliliter divided by 200 milliliter is 25 servings. All right. You know, I love my explanations. I love it when you guys explain what you're doing. Very good. Very, very, very good. All right, so now that you guys, I see just Shane's world, is showing the same calculation there again. I'm going to go back over to the whiteboard. Persons are requesting that I share the link again, and I will do just that. and I am looking to see your answers, your calculations over there on the whiteboard. All right. Let me go ahead and start looking at your answers. All right. I see Abriana with some explanation here. All right. I see 200 divided by 5 equal 40 persons. I'm not understanding your calculations, Abriana. Let me go down further to look at what other persons are doing. All right. Shanoy Brown answered in a question. Lovely. 25 persons will get hot chocolate. But I need to see that we are all working it out and we're all coming up with the correct answer. All right, I see Jada K purchase. 40 is the answer. 5 divided by 200. How did you get this? How are we dividing 5? What is 5? Is it 5 liters we're referring to? And is this 200 that we're talking about? Is it the milliliters? Because I know that my pep stars know that if it is that we are going to calculate these units, we have to be using the same units. And so we need to do some conversion. Let me go ahead and get this screen up right here. So while you guys are on it, you're able to see. Where is it? You're able to see the question while you work. So here's the question. So since I'm not sharing the screen of the PowerPoint, you can always scroll up, just click on toggle teachers page or toggle prime math Zoom page and you will be able to see what I have here. The question, especially for those who are just joining. So let me scroll down and let me see what persons are doing. So Jada K, we can't be dividing liters into milliliters. Think about that. All right. Let me go further down. I see Jayliana Dobson also doing the same thing. No, we cannot be dividing liters into milliliters. If it is that we have 5, if it is that it says that the chocolate dispenser, the hot chocolate dispenser can hold 5 liters, but it tells us that each mug can hold 200 milliliter. We have to convert 5 liters into milliliter, guys. We must. 5 liters, we must calculate that. We must convert this and write it in milliliter. And if we're not writing it in milliliter, then we have to change 200 milliliter in a liter. So it has to be one or the other because now when we are doing our calculations, it cannot be calculations with two different units. So let me go ahead and see what you guys are doing here because you guys must be making your corrections. Anthony, I see you here. You're logged in with 2 devices, but you're not doing anything there. Nothing on here. Let me scroll down to see. All right, let me see what Joshua Smith has here. Oh, he's working out with the diameter. Very good. All right. Let us we go down and okay. So Joshua is showing. I'm not sure what this is, but let me just go to a complete calculation. Okay, let me look at this one. Okay, very good. This one says 5 liters is equal to 5,000 milliliters. This is Mikaira Hall, John Rollins, success. And she says 5 liters is equal to 5,000 milliliters. That is one of the first thing I need to see you have, boys and girls. You have to show where you're converting to have the same units. Now that we know that 5 liters is equal to 5,000 milliliter, we need to know how much 200 milliliter we can get from out of 5,000 milliliter. And so we are going to drop our division here. Yes, I see you guys explaining a lot in the chat, but for persons who are saying they don't know how to send it in, you have to click on the link I shared in the chat with the whiteboard FI, it will take you to the page. When you click on toggle your page, you can start writing there, and I can see what you're doing in real lifetime. So here now, where we have 5 liters equal to 5,000 milliliter, we now need to see how many 200 milliliter we can get out of 5,000 milliliter. And so he did his calculation. He said, I don't know how he did it here. I'm going to assume that he said 200 into 500 goes 2 times, leaving 100. And 100 with this, because 0 at the side, is 1,000. 200 into 1,000 is 5 times, and there is no remainder. So 25 persons can get hot chocolate from the dispenser, from one full dispenser. All right, so I see other persons calculating, and I'm very happy to see persons working. Very good, Mikira Hall, John Rollins. Very good. That is very good explanation. Very good workout. Okay, let me see what Saniel is doing. All right, Saniel is doing it like this. This is fine as well. This is fine. But Saniel, when you're on your PEP exam, I want you to ensure you write that 5 liter is equal to 5,000 milliliter. I want you to show that conversion. If you even say 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliter, then 5 liter is equal to 5,000 milliliter. You need that information perhaps, because the markers need to see how you come up with this 5,000 milliliter. It is very good for you to express and show all the steps. Don't skip any steps. All right, Saniel, and for the others who might have skipped some steps. All right, I see Zoya Holt. All right, what's your final answer, Zoya? Oh, 25. Very good. Very good. So I'm seeing Zoya Holt here as well with her answer. Lovely. All right. Let me see here. Chevanese Martin. All right. Okay. Try to write a smaller Chevanese. And we just talked about we cannot be dividing liters into milliliters or milliliters into liters. You have 5L divided by 200 equal 25. I'm not really sure how that calculation will go, but it does not seem accurate either. All right, so here is one. Maxwell has his calculation. Very good. Very good, Maxwell. All right, let me see what the others are doing. Okay, yes, I see Saniel and Saniel. All right, okay. All right, this one here, Sajani. All right, 5 liters. Okay, very good. Very good. But you have 24 here. Look at your calculation, Sajani. 5,000 divided by 200. Does it give you 24? Go ahead and look at that. Okay, let me see this one. 25 persons. Oh, we looked at this one already. Very good. Very good. Kaylee De Souza. 25. Each person can get 25 persons can get hot chocolate from the one full dispenser. Very good, Kaylee. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, let me see what you all are doing here. I want to ensure that Danielle, I'm not sure if you're finished. Anna. Anna also has very good. Oh, very good. Look at what Anna did. It's the same thing that you guys have been doing. She set up another way, which is actually a lot easier to calculate, because if we have 5,000 divided by 200 and we write in a fraction way like this, I mean, it is a lot easier to work out here, because now if we divide 200 by 10, and we get 20, and then we divide this, we get 5 by 10, and we get 500. Then we divide, because when you see the 0 in the ones place, you can always divide by 10. Always a quick way to divide by 10. So now we'd have 20 left, so he'll divide by, and I will divide by 10 again. 2 is here, and so on. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right, all right. Boys and girls, you are really doing well here. I'm so proud. In fact, I'm very proud of you all. All right, so yes, you have come up with the correct answer. 25 persons can get hot chocolate. Now, if the dispenser was filled 3 times today, How many hot chocolates were sold? If it was filled 3 times today and the 3 time it filled it finished, how many hot chocolates were sold? Go ahead and calculate that. I will go back. How many hot chocolates were sold if it was filled 3 times today? And we are almost finished. We are actually going down to the end of the task. And I'm telling you, I'm so enjoying this interaction with you guys. So, how many chocolates were sold? Hot chocolates were sold. I see Saniel says 75 hot chocolates were sold over the 3 days. Not 3 days, my dear, 3 times today. One day. Today, we pulled the hot chocolate dispenser this morning and it sell off. We pull it a second time, it sell off, and we pull it a third time and it sell off. How many cups or how many mugs or whatever of hot chocolate was sold? Cheryl says 25 multiplied by 3 equals 75. Saniel says yes, 75 hot chocolates were sold in 3 days. So basically, since we know how much we can get from one serving here, it's easy to calculate how many cups we can get or mugs we can get from three filled hot chocolate dispenser or dispenser with hot chocolate. So I see Nate showing 25 plus 25 plus 25 equals 75. Oh yes, we can calculate it whether we do repeated addition or we multiply by 3. Very good, boys and girls. Yes, 75 hot chocolates were sold today. All right. Now it says here that each mug of chocolate costs $130. While serving, 8 mugs of chocolate were broken. You and mother had 1 mug each today when things slowed down. So, how much was made on hot chocolate? Wow. This is a nice question. All right, so each mug of chocolate cost $130. And while you or your mother, someone was serving, 8 mugs of chocolate were broken. You and mother had 1 mug each today when things slowed down. You know, when things kind of slow down, you and mother decide, so we're going to grab a 1 chocolate because we now work hard and stuff. So how much was made on hot chocolate? That is what I want persons to respond to. So I'm going to now I'm going to go over to the whiteboard in 2 minutes. So you can go ahead and start your calculation. Now remember that the performance task did not start here. Don't it? No, the performance task never start here, so how much chocolate was sold? Them kind of something there. How much money was made? So no, I understand, Colleen. All right, so go ahead and calculate this. I'm going to calculate it too because I mean I've not calculated this, so I'm going to calculate it as well. Okay, let me see some answers in the chat before I go over to the whiteboard. Okay, 75 hot chocolate was sold today, yes. 75 hot chocolate, not quite was sold today, but we asked a while ago how much hot chocolate we can get from the hot chocolate dispenser. That is what we asked. And if it filled 3 times today, how much hot chocolate could be served or would have been served from it. Now, we come on further down in the performance task and it tells us that each mug of chocolate, with a mug or a cup, but each serving basically costs $130. And it says that 8 mugs of hot chocolate were broken. You drink 1 cup, your mother drink 1 cup. How much cup that you drink? How much cup could have you got from the 3 full chocolate dispensers? Those are some things we have to think about. Now I see Nate Gaming says 9,750. Kamal is saying 1,040. I'm not seeing any units anywhere here. I don't know if you're talking about meter, liter, or kilometer, or whatever. I don't know what you're talking about. Dumplings, dollars, cents. I don't know. Ensure you have your units all times. Now I need to see what is really happening here. So first I need you guys to think about if the dispenser was full 3 times and all of that, you get 75 cups from it, how much will that cost? Ashani Burrell says 75 sold plus 8 broken plus 2 you and your mother 85 equal 100 equal 85 times 130. Now look at this Ashani Burrell. The dispenser served gave 75 servings. Let me go ahead. Let me just go over here in the meantime and so we can work on this board. So the dispenser let me put this question here so we have it to look at while we work. The dispenser gave us 75 mugs today. 75 mugs or 75 servings. 75 servings. Now, of the 75 servings, how much broke? How much waste? Because if 8 cups were wasted, we have to take that 8 cup from the 75. That's all. So 75 servings of hot chocolate, but 8 of those were broken. 8 of those had to be taken away. So we have 8 mugs of chocolate that were broken. Plus you drink 1 cup and your mother drink 1 cup. I'm very sure that you didn't pay for your coffee nor your mother did. So in that case there, it means that 10 of these mugs of chocolate weren't paid for. You broke 8 and you and your mother drink 1. 10 hot chocolate mugs of hot chocolate weren't paid for. So that means we have to take away that 10 mugs from the 75. And I won't go any further. I'm going to go down further to see what you guys have been doing. I want to see what calculations you guys are doing down here. All right, let me see. Okay. I see Joshua right here. Is this Joshua Winter? All right, so if this is Joshua, okay, someone is asking that I send the link again. It's the same link, guys. If you're on a tablet where you have that 3 lines right there that tells you you can open the different pages, that click on the different pages that are open on your device, you can use that. And if you're on your laptop, you just need to go to the tab up, at the top to find back where you were working. All right, so I see Joshua, he subtracted 8 from 75 and he was left with 67. And then he subtracted 2 from 67 and he was left with 65. Now he knows that it's 65 hot chocolate were paid for, and so he multiplied that by $130 and he got $8,450. Very good, Joshua. Very good. Very, very, very good. That is a very good set of workout right there. Let me go ahead and I want to see what everyone else have done. All right. All right. Makira Hall is still working. No problem. We'll come back. Okay. Let me see what is happening. Zoya. All right. So Zoya hold. 75 take away 8. 67 is left. And she multiplied 67 by 130. She got 8,710. Then she take out 260 and she got this. So I think what she did here, she took out the 8 that was broken and she calculate, and then she knows that she and her mother never pay for any, and it's 2 cup that, so 2 times 130 is $260, and she subtracted that from 8,710 and she got her answer $8,450. Very good, Zoya. Now, as you can see, Zoya and Joshua did it differently, but then come up with the same answer. All right, so this is very good. They came up with the same answer. However, they use a different procedure. Same thing they basically did, not, but they did in a different way, and they got the same answer. Very good, Zoya. All right, let me see. What else is happening here? See. Okay, let me see. Okay. All right, very good. So here we have Makira Hall John Rollins, and she subtracted 8 from 75, which gave her 67, and then subtracted 2, giving her 65. Then she multiplied and she got her answer. Very good. Very good. Now, guys, I am showing these work here. So for the persons who are not understanding, you can see the workout of others. You can see what others did and try to adapt one of them for yourself, or it should help you to understand clip more, and so you should now be able to work out yours. All right, so there we go. Very good. All right, so let us move on to our last point. Mother has a signature fudge that she pops on every serving of hot chocolate. How many cubes of fudge that has 3 centimeters on an edge can be packed into a tin that is 9 centimeters deep, 12 centimeters wide, and 9 centimeters high, with the lid still being able to close? Now, this is our very last question, and before I want to see what you all do with this question. I want to see you all working on this question, so I'm going to give you a chance. Now, if it talks about cubes of fudge, 3 centimeters on each edge. Remember, we looked at cubes just now. Well, cuboids, they're pretty similar. And if it is that each of the dimensions is 3 centimeter, what is the volume of a cube? And then what about this tin? What is the volume of the tin? And that means how many cubes of fudge can hold in that. I'm going to go ahead and give you that opportunity to work this last question on your own. And I'm going to be looking at your whiteboard to see how you have worked this out. Go ahead. All right, so you guys should be well on your way. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move over to the whiteboard to see how you all are managing with this one. I certainly don't want to be doing this one for you, or in fact, I don't want to help you to do this one so much. I want to see your true reflection based on what you have learned in class I want to see how you'll manage this one on your own. All right. I see person saying 11 cube. 11 cubes. I want to know how you guys work this out. So I'm heading right over to the whiteboard to see what you all have been doing. All right, let me just get this one up. All right, let me insert this picture of the question. And teachers, if you're here, this is a very good tool to use in your class. So you can go ahead and explore it. I have a video uploaded on how to use it. So feel free to use it in your class. So it says mother has a signature fudge that she pops on each serving of hot chocolate. So the signature fudge that we're talking about is where, after she's served her chocolate, it as she puts some like a fudge on the top like this right here. Just start like a signature thing. So that's her thing. Some people put a little cinnamon, some put some nutmeg, some put different things on the top, but she put some fudges on hers. So how many cubes? So we need to know though, how many of these cubes of 3 centimeter on an edge can be packed into a tin of 9 centimeter deep, 12 centimeter wide, 9 centimeter high. So the tin is what? What is the name of that solid that we can use to describe the tin? I see a lot of persons saying 11 cubes, but I'm very sure that you guys need to calculate this again. I mean, I've not calculated it, but I'm just thinking that you need to calculate it again. So, let me go ahead and do my calculations. Right. Definitely you guys need to calculate again. It's certainly not 11. It's not 11 and it's not 108 cubes. I need you guys. Okay, so we have just looked at how to find volume. So you need to first find the volume of each of these cubes of fudges. You need to find the volume of these cubes and fudges. And it says that, so I'm going to write volume of cube of fudge. I'm going to write volume of fudge. And I'm going to write my formula. So the formula, can anyone remind me in the chat again? What formula do we use to find volume of cubes and cuboids? Go ahead in the chat and remind me. What formula do we need to use? No, it's not 65 cubes, it's not 12 cubes. Help me out here. What's the volume? What's the formula again to find volume of cubes and cuboids? Let me see. All right, so member public says length times width times height. Yes, so right. Length times width times height. We're going to use these letters to represent all of that. So if it says now that if we're talking about a cube has 3 dimensions. One is a length, one is a width, one is a height. 3 dimensions. We can say one is this. And if it, on all edge means all dimensions are 3 centimeter, it means that we're going to multiply 3 centimeters by 3 centimeters by 3 centimeters. This will help us to find the volume of 1 cube. 1 cube of fudge. What will this volume be? What is the volume of 1 cube of fudge? I'm waiting to see some things in the chat. What's the volume of 1 cube of fudge? Let me go and look down here in the meantime too to see. Okay. I see lots of different calculations here. Guys, you can't just put a number. I don't know what you're answering to in the chat. You can't just put a number. Your units are important, very important. All right, I see Mikira Hall doing a calculation there, but we have to know the volume for the cube of, all right, member 9 said 9 is the volume. Okay, no problem. Let us talk about how we write volumes. Now, remember when we're finding area and with the length times width, it shows that we're multiplying two dimensions, length and width. And so at the top of our answer, we put one little 2, right? One little 2 that represents square. Now, when we're writing and we're talking about volume, we put, because we're multiplying 1, 2, 3 dimensions, we put a little superscript, a little 3 up top, and we call that cube. So here we have 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. 9 multiplied by 3, no Cassandra, 3 times 3 times 3 is not 9. You're adding there, but you have your multiplication sign. So 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 3 is 27. Our unit is centimeters. This might not hold. Yeah, this might not hold. So I'm going to write it back here. 27. Our unit is in centimeters. And since we multiply 3 dimensions, we're finding the volume. We're going to use our little superscript, 27 centimeters cube. And it's best called 27 cubic centimeters. That's the proper way to call it. 27 cubic centimeters. So one fudge is 27 cubic centimeters. All right. So now that we know that one fudge is that, can you tell me now what is the volume of the tin? Go ahead. I did this part. What is the volume of the tin? Very good, students. Remember now, we need to put up our little 3 at the top to show cubic centimeters. So tell me, very good, Jahari McBean. I want you guys know, with that done so far, we want to see how much of this can hold in the tin. Now, find the volume of the tin. It is 9 centimeters deep, 12 centimeters wide, and 9 centimeters high. What is the volume? What is the volume? What is the volume of the cube, of the tin? I'm looking in the chat. All right, Ashani, I see you are ahead of us, but we have calculated the volume of one cube. Now I want you to calculate the volume of the tin. Only way we can know how much cube can hold in there. We have to find the volume of each. All right, so we are almost finished. I need to see what you guys are doing here. Jashane's world. Now, you can't just write your answer without its units. We just talked about that. Samoya Gordon says 9 times 9 times 12 is 972 cubic centimeters. Very good. Very good. I'm going down here because I need to see your calculations here on your whiteboard. And I'm not really seeing that so far. All right. I'm looking here. Good. Jashane's world. I see your units are on now. And Zadriana Garrick. Very good. All right. Let me see. I don't see anyone doing any calculation down here. Come on, guys. Yeah, I don't see any calculations yet. Come on, guys. All right. I see Tishani Sharp doing her calculations. Now she's going to calculate the tin. Let me see. And Kaylee D'Souza, I see she's doing her calculations. She calculated for the fudge. Now I want to see for the tin. Not seeing anything so far. Well, I'll wait on you for a while. I see sisters using. She have 972 centimeters cube as well here in the chat, as well as Isabella Dixon's fun spot. But I'm certainly not seeing the calculations as yet. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I will go ahead and I will start some explanations here. Cause let me see what this okay, you're not calculating that as yet. Okay, let me see what's happening here. Jashane's world. All right, not complete in your calculation. Remember now, you can't just draw a shape and put 3 dimensions. Like this one, we can't draw a shape and put 3 dimensions. It is a cuboid, not a shape. It's a solid, not a shape. It's not flat like this. Because if you draw this, that should look like a rectangle. This side could not be 12 and this side be 3. Okay, so if you're not able to draw a solid, which you don't need to, just go ahead and show the calculations. I'm just looking for the calculations. Okay, I see this one. Oh wow, so this person is going this person is up far ahead of us. All right, so this person whose name is Hello here, I see where you are seemingly at the end of the question, which is very good. But there are persons who are not yet understanding how to get that far. So I don't want to just jump this step. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start do our calculation here. So we have done the calculation for the fudge. And that's 27 cubic centimeters. I'm going to go ahead and together we're going to do the calculation of the tin. Let me just get the question back up here so we know what we're working on. All right, good. All right, so for the tin, we're calculating 9 centimeters because the volume is length times width times height. 9 centimeters times 12 centimeters times 9 centimeters. And this is giving us the volume. Now, persons have already done their calculation and they came up with 972 cubic centimeters. Nine hundred 72 cubic centimeters. All right. So now that we know that the tin can hold this, the tin has this volume, I should say, we should now be able to determine how many cubes of fudge can hold in this. So in order to do that, we're going to divide 972 by 27 because one cube of fudge is 27 cubic centimeters. So we're going to do our division here. And I already saw someone doing their division, and that will tell us how many cubes can hold. So do your calculation and tell us how many cubes can hold. So in the chat, your answer now should be dash cubes, whatever cubes. Okay, so I'm looking in the chat and I'm also going to check down below to see what you guys have done. All right, so this person that says hello, you have 36 here. Write your final answer, 36 cubes of fudge. Very good calculation so far. All right. Okay. All right. Jashane's World did their calculations here, and they said 972 centimeters cube is the volume of the tin. Well, I'm assuming that's what you have here. All right. Very good, Jashane's World. Now I want you to tell me then how many fudges, how many cubes of fudge it can hold. All right. All right. I see Kaylee D'Souza. I think she's still writing her answer. She has only 36 there, but 36 doesn't tell us what. Okay. Tishani Sharp. All right. Very good, Tishani. She has shown the cube of fudge, what is the volume for it, and the volume for the tin. So now, Tishani Sharp, you can go ahead and tell us. In the chat, I am really seeing your answers coming in. 36 cubes of fudge. And you are definitely so right. I was hoping to see your calculations here. Maxwell is doing his calculation here as well. Very good. Go ahead and do your calculations if you might, no problem. And I see Zoya Holt trying to do some drawings here too. Very good, Zoya. In your exam, having drawings like these is definitely a plus for you. It will do very well for you if you have drawings. It doesn't matter if your drawing isn't perfect. Once they can understand it, you will get your answer. All right, and most likely you'll get full marks too. All right, very good, boys. Very good. So we have looked at your answers here. I've looked at all the answers. All right, so Makira Hall came up with her final answer, 36 cubes. Very good. All right, Kaylee has 36 cubes of fudge. Very good. Okay. Joshua has 36 centimeters cube. Write your final answer, my dear. 36 cubes of fudge, not 36 centimeters cube. It asks you how many cubes of fudge. Jashane here has 36, not 36 centimeters cube of fudge. 36 cubes of fudge. That is what the question asked. All right. All right, all right, all right. And yes, you guys have done really well. You guys have done really well. And now that we are at the end of the session, I want you to leave your feedback using this link. I'll post it in the chat and you can click on it, leave your feedback, let us know how you felt about the session. And we are basically at the end. Now, persons might be wondering if we will be doing this next week, given that next week is Christmas Day. No, we won't be doing this next week, Christmas Day, but instead, I will try my best to be on the following Saturday. Oh, the following Saturday should be Christmas, New Year's Eve, I think. All right, but guys, if you are already subscribed, ensure you don't hit subscribe again and then you're unsubscribed. You need to ensure you're subscribed because at some point in time, maybe in the week, depending on the timing I have, I might come live and we can do some more performance task. Any chance we get, we prepare for our exam because we don't know what to expect. Now, today was a really successful day. I want you to click on the link I shared in the chat and tell me your feedback. I want to know. I need to know how we can do better next time. And here, parents only can contact me at this number on WhatsApp if it is that you're interested in grade 6 PEP classes, which is starting next week. These are private Zoom PEP classes. This is not a general class, so not everyone will be there. Once your parents registers you, that is when you will be accepted to the class. It starts on Monday. It's from Monday to Thursday next week and also the following week. Let your parent know. That way you'll get to interact with me. You can talk to me and I talk back to you direct. All right, so now that we are at the end, I want to thank you so much again. I hope you all learned a lot. And I will be looking at, okay, all right, I'm going to share the link again. Person say they're not seeing it. And you can go ahead and you can let me know. That is the link right there. Click on the link. See you when I see you. All right. Bye bye, everyone.